Manipur community ki maning da ethnic line da thugai ba. Manipur ethnic line da thugai ba. Because they have been demanding for a separate administration or cookie state from the last many years, but they did not get a chance because they are having talks with the government of India. They are actually friendship with the Assam Rifles.
Miling tabiri basing khoi kuni makbo hanamok tada PK channel fathamina sikhamina si channel sina taram noksari madi kokno no kurum jari channel sina tangkak naina episode naina puthok chaba PK paudam ngasi taramathoi suba tangkak ni miyam gi damakta pudunu laksari basi ngasi gi tangkak simadi hauji hauji tholiba irang habidi furup ani gi marakta soknariba la May tang ohum dagina ngasi fawda iramdam Manipur da tangdu leita bungam dana lerakliba se kanadagi horoki karamna horoki kadai dagi horoki iramdam Manipur sida leriba punamakti loina khangnarabu wafam akane adubo prithvi gi mafam ke hada amadi India gi mafam ke hada hariba se aranba paw ke ama sandopiba haibadi hariba lana se cookie terrorist kambu singdagi horokiba lani adubo Maitai singdagi horokpa lani haiduna tongan mafam kayada rumor kayama sandoiba hariba singse ngasidi asumbabu kayam kuina lotuna thambangamgani haibagi wafamdu laklabana maram oraga hiramasigi matangda prithibigi mafam kayada amadi India gi mafam kayada asumbadu karino haibase khangnabagi damakta miyamda mapung phana paudamduna henna khangan kiba sobo numit namakha Delhi Delhi Maitai Coordinating Committee na DMCC na mapung oiba thodang loduna haukiba August ki tang tarukta miyam gi oiba sit-in demonstration amakak pangthokduna numit aduda India gi mafam kaya kya lebiriba praja singda mapung oina me gi tang ahumda karamna ihousi laki habadugi wari se hen khanganbada sopu thodang lowki hariba numitugi sit-in demonstration gi Thoram Delhi Maitai Coordinating Committee na sinkiba thoram aduda aikoina thengnajaba matamda hariba DMCC gi convener paibiriba Dr. Seram Rajesh mahana pikiba paudam ado adugi matik yamna marik chumba paudam kayama numituda megi tang ahumda thokiba thodo adugi asumba paudam kayama pibikibagi tangkak to ngasi PK paudam gi taramathoi suba tangkak sida miyamda Taminaduna Kaminabagi Tanzam Tang Lomina Seduna Kudol Tamjage. Ming Taminasi, PK Paudam Taramatoi Subatangkakta, Nasipudun Luxury Basi, DMCC Delhi Maitai Coordinating Committee in Sinkiba, Let's Stand for United Manipur Hybrid Team, the Pantokiba, sit in demonstration Toromaduda. DMCC gi convener Dr. Seram Rajesh the Pikiba Waron Adugi Matanga. Miyam ngasi khamina bugeta za lominasi kudol tamjage ming taminasi
I would like to call upon Dr. Seram Rajesh, convener of the Delhi Maitai Coordinating Committee and a core member of the Delhi Maitai Forum to please come up on the stage and narrate about the incident that started on the 3rd of May. Dr. Seram Rajesh.
Hello. First of all, I would like to give my prayer and thanks to all of you who are actually joining on this very important day. As we all know that the Delhi Maitai Coordinating Committee was actually newly formed by the organization of around 8 organizations in Delhi, because we all realize that without unity we cannot do anything. So this is a moment for unity, and we all are united and we have stand together, and then we have to say our statement that if anyone hit us, we will hit back, because we will not receive. Yes, we will live together as a coexistence community, as a Maitai community who have been living in the last more than 5,000 years in this part of the world. If someone or any community who are recently or maybe in 100 years or 300 years actually coming to our plane and trying to hit back, and they wanted to make a separate territory or any other kind of cookie state, then we will not accept it. Yes, as a community, we will accept that we will progress together. We will live together, we will progress together, we will discuss all problems in a table that what can be done. But if you're trying to make a demand for a separate, for an exclusive territory, and in order to get that demand, if you are hitting back to a community, then we will hit back. So are you against this point? Yes! So we will really hit back. It doesn't mean that we wanted to make actually a problem for all of you. Today, I will be asked to concentrate on how the problem was started, this war was started. So we also all need to know that how the conflict was started and how the Meitei as a community was forced to be part of this conflict. Yes, we all agree that being a Meitei community or being a Naga or being a Kuki, many communities have problem with the state. Yes, they have a state, there is a problem when there is any demand being raised by the community. Of course, the state actually do atrocity or even crack down on the community. We all agree that, and Meitei is also one of the biggest victims of the state. If you also know that in the nearly 1,500 fair encounters happen, most of them are Meitei. So it is not that the Meiteis are being, are majority and we dominate all the politics. But unfortunately, after this violence was occurred in the media, in many other, outside the Manipur, they are actually playing a victim card. But the fact of the matter is who attacked the community first. So we have to know that how the politics was started. In this conflict, there are four major issues that cannot be overlooked. Number one is immigration. Because as you all know that in Manipur, there are issues of, people have been demanding that the foreigners are coming, regularly, and they are not being detected and they are not being deported since 1980s onward. So the All Manipur Students Union case in 1980s and again in 1995 also, people have demanded that the original Manipur or indigenous people of Manipur, in order to protect this population, the people who are coming from the foreign country or any neighboring country should be checked or should be identified. But government have not done so far. So that is the beginning of the problem. So this government, they actually try to implement about the wish of the people of Manipur, and they actually constituted called Manipur Population Commission. And the objective of the Manipur population was to detect the foreigner and then identify the foreigner. So that was the first step that in last month that this government have decided to make, to actually establish, and they have already established what? Manipur Population Commission. So some of the people, especially the Kuki, who have been illegally migrated and settled in Manipur, they thought that it was a threat to their community. Number two, Manipur, as we all know that this is a land, even sometimes said the land of the jewel, and all the forests were green. When I actually visited to the Kobru in 1995, because from that time I have never been able to go back again. So in 1995, all Kobru range were completely green. This was a completely forest. All the big trees were there. So we were asked that you cannot go this side because there are tigers. You cannot go this side. There are white elephant. We have been told that in this side there are many other wild and the forest, animals are there. So it means it is a whole range of these Kobru range, and especially they are all forest land. But unfortunately, in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, we all have seen that in order to make poppy planting, all these hill ranges have been completely burned down. So that is also one of the beginning of the crisis of this. 3 years before any of the church was burned in Imphal, the Kaunu temple was burned down in 2020. And nobody, even the Kuki community, did not protest or they did not have any statement against that act. The Kaunu temple was burned down in 2020 again, and because it was already started that the community wanted to capture those very secret places. Because Meitei are not saying that we will settle in all hill area. We are not saying that, because the Meitei have been living in the plain with the water for the last 3,000 years. But the secret places, if we feel that this is the origin of our places, so these places has been captured and even tried to control. They wanted to change the name in a different way. So that was also one of the beginning of this conflict. This was number 2. Number 3, when the Sioux militant, the government of Manipur, government of India and the Manipur government, they have been a tripartite talk. So in that tripartite talk, Manipur government thought that some of the militant leaders, they were from the Burma. So this Sioux agreement should be revoked, and the government, Manipur government, have actually revoked the thing. Yes, of course, if I'm not supporting that the decision, if they revoke, that is the decision of the government. So if with this revocation of suspension operation, with this initiative, if the government, if the Kuki militant have a problem with the government, they should have actually engaged with the state. Rather, they have started attacking 3 areas where the Meiteis are a minority. Number 1, in the Torbung area, after the protest was happened, they also mislead to the world that the centenary gate of the Kuki centenary wall was actually somebody tried to burn that gate. It was a misleading. In fact, yes, if somebody tried to burn that, we should also condemn. But it should not be a justification point that thousands of people from Churchampur, after the rally, they came towards the Torbung and they started burning and the houses. So it was started around 3 o'clock. Even before that at 11 o'clock, around 16 forest offices were burned down in all the Kuki dominated area. The question remains, if the question is against the recommendation of scheduled tribe, then why the forest was attacked? So it was very clear that the intention of the war was also because of the initiative taken by the forest department to protect the forest, and even the crackdown of the poppy plantation. Some of the drug cartels were very problematic of this initiative. So because of these 3 main agenda taken by the government, some of the group, especially the Kuki militant, they were waiting for a chance to strike back to the Meitei community, because they have been demanding for a separate administration or Kuki state from the last many years, but they did not get a chance because they are having talks with the government of India. They are actually friendship with the Assam Rifles. They are not taking action any of them. Rather, they were actually attacking the More villages. There were, it was report was said that nearly 18 villages of the Meitei villages, approximately around 55,000 to 6,000 population have been completely driven out on the 3rd May. So that was the first day that the dominant Kuki community have actually started attack the minority Meitei community.